Got it. Welcome back, you guys. So today's day of my everyday life, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm not doing the fingernails right now. I'm just showing you guys that I'm making this coffee table basically for my mother. Because the first table I made for her is she's spilled some coffee on it and it like tilts over now. So she wanted to have a new table. So what we did, I already had to go to Lowe's to get something. So while we were there, she bought all this wood and some screws and stuff. And I already have a lot of these tools, so it kind of helps out. And she wanted to also make it blue and make it where it's kind of waterproof. So we got this. Basically, it's a 2 foot by 2 foot, or like 30. I think it's like 36 or 26 foot, something like that. I forget. All I know is the table is big enough for her to put coffee and her like knickknacks and stuff on. And while we were at Lowe's, we found a piece of plexiglass, so we gotta cut out exact shape of this table, of this piece of wood on the top. So we're gonna hot glue that in. Right now, I'm just using this tap that I got from Harbor Freight years ago. It's a tap and die basically. It works for wood and metal. So whenever you're trying to drill a hole in a certain spot on a piece of metal or wood, all you gotta do is press down, and it'll tap like a punch. It's a punch. And right now I'm just adding this last leg. I got 4 legs on this table. And while we're at Lowe's, we also got one of the wood cutting guys to cut out 4 pieces of a 2x3 piece of wood to make 4 legs. So he cut out 2 foot for each side. So right now I'm just getting my drill bit out of this. It's sort of new because I just got it from eBay. It's Hitachi. It's my favorite drill. My other one kind of like burnt out almost. It still is workable, but I don't want to use it as much anymore since it was really hot the last time I was using it. So now I got this used one from some seller on eBay. So it's in and I'm testing it out and it seems to be doing just fine. It's just like my first one that I bought from eBay, Lowe's, a good like 15 years ago now. But now I'm drilling the holes in. Clarify the hole. There you go. There goes one hole, and then I got 2. And this works out really well for my mom because I just got a paint sprayer. It's not supposed to be for cars. I was thinking that I could use it for like body work for like cars, like fenders and stuff, or like a hood of a car. But the seller said it isn't designed for something like that. It's more like for cabinets, fences, and stuff like this that I'm doing right now. So that's good. So I will be able to use, because my mom wanted blue paint. When we're at Lowe's, she found one called forget something. I know it says blue, but it's like baby blue or something. I forget exactly the name of it, but it is a blue paint, and I could show you in a second what the top looks like. I had it custom. It was custom made paint because it wasn't inside of the paint can. Usually, I guess at Lowe's they only got ultra white. So what I did was have them custom make this blue that they had on the little paint strips. So my mom chose that one, and they custom made the color for it. Shoot, hold on. Just gotta tilt that sideways. That right there. It's almost there. It moved because I am not holding on to this, but it's fine. Just as long as it doesn't move anymore, so I can get this second screw in. And these are all drywall screws. Those are like my favorite screws for wood, even though it's made really for drywall. It doesn't matter because these are like my favorite wood screws. we go, nice and deep. Okay, so now that it's flush with the wood, it won't actually go over the actual piece of plexiglass that I have. So now that the table is pretty much made, all I gotta do now is just paint the table with my paint sprayer that I was talking about, and then put the plexiglass with some I'm gonna be adding hot glue onto, after the paint's dry, I'll be adding hot glue from a hot glue gun to mount the plexiglass to the actual table. Now that the table's painted, so once the paint dries, then I can add hot glue, stick the plexiglass on top, and I can show you guys what the plexiglass looks like real quick. Just give me 2 seconds here while I grab it. So when we were at Lowe's, we found this piece of plexiglass, and they had to custom cut it to make sure it was the same as that height and width and thick, well, the same as that everything of this piece of wood. So it measures out just perfectly, and you can see that it looks nice. I did just turn it around here so kind of measure out right. There we go. So maybe it's this way, because one side is a little longer than the other side, which makes sense because it's the same way for the wood. There it goes. Now that will be perfectly seated, and once I get the paint, the blue paint on there, let me just show you what the blue paint looks like. So we got a can of blue paint from Lowe's, and like I said, it was custom made. It's like baby something, I forget the name exactly. Well, I can show you the color because they put a dot of the paint on it right there. So that's the blue. My mom likes turquoise, so she chose this one because it's close to that. So right here we got a 1 quart of this blue paint right here inside of here. All I gotta do is use a flathead screwdriver to pry it open, and I'm gonna be adding paint thinner into my paint sprayer gun. I got a jug and a paint mixer here. I'm just showing you. So I got paint thinner and a measuring cup here, or container. So we got paint thinner, a paint stir stick, and we got the paint. So that will be everything we will need to mix up to make sure that it's spraying out good on my paint sprayer here. I haven't used the paint sprayer yet, really. Like, I tested it out with some water when I first bought it, which was like a month ago now. But it was doing just fine with the water. So that's the reason why this is called that Voltrex that I believe is like Voltrex. And it has 2 paint sprayer guns that came with it. But the seller went ahead and refunded me for it because it wasn't made for auto body paint. So since that was the reason why I bought it, he went ahead and just gave me a refund for it. And he said I could keep it and do whatever I want with it. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying to paint this table for my mother. So with that being said, I got paint thinner. This was like $9, no, like $10 after taxes probably. And then this right here, this paint mixer cup was like $2 at Lowe's, and it came with a lid, as you can see right here. I can take it off. And then I think my mom spent about $15 to $20 for the paint, even because it was custom. It was a custom like color. It wasn't normal that you could just pull off the shelf. And I think the paint stick was free, so we didn't have to pay for that. Either way, I just wanted to show you guys, this will be part 1. Part 2 will just be me showing you the color and everything of this hopefully being painted, looking good. I got an extension cord. I did go to Harbor Freight. Come here, look. I have this extension cord and I have another one. So Harbor Freight sells these plugs that attaches to extension cords and stuff, and it's only like $3. This is the female, and I got a male version to plug into the sock outlet.